And this is an announcement. So I've decided to take my YouTube skills. I've been producing a number of videos, lots of hours of content, and I'm going to start talking about automation. So I created this new channel. You can see down here at the bottom, scrolling across. If you go to at Dale Ross Factory Automation, you'll find that channel. Sorry about that. So, what's the channel going to be about? Well, it'll be about a lot of things. One, I want to talk about standard automation things, motion, robots, PLCs, VFDs, all the normal stuff that we do or we use in factory automation, and then maybe why we use them and how we can use them. Maybe talk about advances that are taking place and things we'd like to see take place. Maybe talk about software that's involved with them as well. So that's one thing. Along with that, I did not put in HMIs, but visualization, because visualization is in several places now. It is, of course, out on the machines that hardened industrial HMI stuff. And then, of course, it's up on computers with various software packages. And now we've got them on tablets and mobile devices of all sorts. So, visualization in all of its forms and how we might can use it and improve it, how we're using it, why we should use it. Something I think is very important and growing in our segment is AI. So I do want to have a fair amount of discussion about AI, how we can use it, how it may be used currently, those things. Maybe what we used to call, well, we had different terms. Wasn't real AI, but we had our own self built algorithms that kind of learned. I think all of this very important thing is data. So I want to talk about all things data, from just what data is, what kinds of data there is, what kind of data we should be collecting, what we're collecting, what will we be collecting in the future, how will we be using it, because obviously everything I've just talked about has data and uses data. So data is very important. How about networks? Because we have to move that data from point to point. We need things to communicate with each other. So I want to talk about networking, common networks, dissimilar networks, how networks can be brought together. What should we be doing to make our connectivity easier, not just of you connecting to a device, but a device connecting to another device and communicating. So I think that's very important and should become more seamless in the future. And I'd like to have discussions about that. Guess I'd love to have any of you out there that see this, any walk of life that you're in, from heck, you sweep a floor in a factory to you manage teams that automate machinery, you build machinery, whatever your points are in this world, I'd like to talk with you and maybe we can share thoughts and ideas. So I'm hoping to have guess on. Things I would like to do is, when we look back at the hardware stuff that I mentioned, I would like to possibly look at some other technologies that can be used in place of what we're currently using, or how some of what we're currently using should evolve. And I'm hoping that I'll be able to play with some hardware to kind of look at that. One of the things that I've been looking at is Arduino, and there's a PLC for it, oddly enough. There have been people that have been using the controllers and forcing them to be PLC, but you're using C language to program. And now they have released a platform that supports IEC 61131-3 programming. So that should be right interesting. I'm going to take a look and maybe have some discussion about it. And is it a potential for us here in the future, or what items like that are a potential? I'm highly interested in not just your standard controllers that we see from the big players of PLCs, but also the IO makers who are now starting to do more with their own controllers and using products like CodeSys as one example. I'm really interested in looking at all this. And then how do we connect to all of that? Various software packages that can do our collection, and what we, again, what we do with that data. So interfacing to these oddball controllers and this just the whole gamut of things. I'm looking to see, got one viewer, which is probably my wife. And that's it. So, really, this was just an announcement to make certain anybody on my regular YouTube channel that is interested in factory automation should sign up for the new channel, because that's where I'll be talking about that. I need to start separating this stuff, and I want to talk more about it. And I'm going to try to keep my regular channel as much as I can to tech, but obviously this is tech. But anyway, I hope that you will come and sign up and look for content to start coming out very soon. Thank you.